Hello everyone, this is Josh X Play Place, and today we continue to expand and grow our city of New Austin in this episode 10. And we are going to focus in fixing that horrible traffic fix that we fell at last week. Let's begin. As you can very well remember from our last episode, we tried to fix this specific road, this specific expressway. It's the one that comes from the main highway. It branches off into this other one, basically because it intersects with this large main highway, and it goes off this way, and we are expanding it to go this way and further once we unlock all 25 tiles. But once we started growing our city, this traffic got a lot worse. First of all, let's take a look at where these people are going, and it's a combination of going both to the right and to the left, and also going straight. There are a lot of vehicles that are exiting appropriately, but I think this one is gonna be a bit of a mess. There's a couple of things that I would like to do. First of all, which I'm not gonna do today, is to replace this big ugly looking roundabout. I do like roundabouts, like we have them all the way here, but this just looks a little bit weird, and so I think it's better to change it to something else. Maybe just one of the regular intersections, that regular cloverleaf intersection. It's way smaller, but we can also edit this later on when we need to, which we more than likely we will, since it's a very busy exit to get here. So the next thing that we need to consider is what are our challenges here. The first challenge that I see that we're not going to consider a challenge is the train track. Basically, I don't think this needs to change. I think it's fine, but so we don't have to worry about it. So we're fine. The next thing that we have to consider, and I think it's the most important, is whether we want to have an extra road to the side, basically the frontage road, or we want to use what we actually had decided at the beginning, that would be our frontage road, which is this one. And it's gonna serve two purposes. Basically, we are gonna have exits to the expressway and entrance ramps and exit ramps, or we can continue just doing this little frontage road and trying to figure out how to do exits, because in here it's not gonna be possible, and I think that's our main issue right now. See, we cannot do anything. I wish we could, but I think that's what's gonna be the difference. So let me just pause this, and as always, our game is saved, and worst case scenario, we go back to we revert to our original starting file. And so we need to see that it is a heavy traffic road, and as you can see, it's getting very bad. So we do need to fix this right away before we start to expand even more in here. So as we can see, the issue is just having people wanting to go on this exit too. So we can do two things. We can either try to have an exit here and continue the elevated highway, or we can just continue the elevated highway until here and then trying to figure out what else we can do. So let's try the first option. Let's begin. And I guess we managed to fix things a little bit better. I still think we're gonna have issues in here. We can let it run a little bit more, but the fact of the matter is that people do wanna use this exit as opposed to coming through here. This might be affected in the future once we unlock the extra 2 tiles here and the extra one to make the outside expressway. That might help, but I think that as per right now, I think this is gonna work well enough. I think the only other thing might be to make this an asymmetrical road. Maybe that can help. And yes, usually the frontage roads are only one-way streets, but for this purpose, I think we're just gonna let them be as they are, which is two-way streets, and we'll see how that works. What we might have to end up doing in the near future is to create 2 roundabouts, one here and one here, and maybe that can help the traffic that's coming. It's just really bad. Let me upgrade this also to a asymmetrical road, and I think that's gonna be very helpful too. And let's wait and see a little bit. And see, I think that it is working really well. We didn't have to that many changes, like drastic changes into the area. And yeah, I think the only traffic that we are gonna have to deal with is here, but that's just gonna be a busy intersection that we're gonna have to deal with no matter what. Again, maybe in the near future we can do 2 roundabouts and try to figure this out. Maybe delete this road. I don't think there's anything going through there. No. The main 2 roads that I wanted to keep are these 2, because these are the ones that have this line, this bus line. So since we were able to, I'm gonna say, successfully fix this, you know, it is looking nice enough. Yes, there's still traffic here, but we're gonna try to figure out how to deal with this traffic later on. I think for right now we are fine, and we should be fine. So let's do what we always do first, which is check for electricity. We're doing well. Water, we're also doing well. Same thing with garbage. Education, I think we might need a new high school, and we might be able to put it here. Let's work on that first without moving to anything else. And yeah, that fits just perfect, and it looks really nice. So we are gonna be doing well with high school. Yeah, university, this is the point where we also might be starting to think about creating a university district. It's a huge district. It requires a lot of money, but I think we're doing really well in terms of money. The other thing that we can do is just to create a university here. I think that can also be the answer. We did place down a faculty here, so that increased also the number of students, and maybe we can add another one in here or here. Maybe that's not gonna be enough to increase our capacity, because our capacity is 4,800 students. If we add this faculty, is gonna increase it by 800, so we might have to add 2 of these. And let's see what the upkeep is. It's 640 per week with a cost of 24,000. And if we build this, is another university that's gonna be with a lot more capacity. That's going to be a whole lot more money. Or like I mentioned, we can already start planning our university district. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I do want to zone some more industrial in here. I think this is perfect. We have a lot of demand, so I think that's gonna be it for right now. Let's continue taking a look at our city. In terms of healthcare, we are doing well. I think very soon I am gonna build a regular hospital here. I think that's gonna work really well. And let's take a look at our death care. We're doing well in terms of the cemetery usage and the crematorium availability, which we do have 2 crematoriums, so I think we should be doing well. In terms of childcare, we have 1 childcare building here and 1 for elder care, and I think this area is also going to be, let's start it right now, that way we don't forget to do it. And I think in here we might have wanted to do a park. We can do that, we can still do that, but I think for right now I'm gonna plop down the elder care center here. I don't know if we should link them to this road that's going to the expressway, but maybe let's see what we can do here. This is gonna look really nice in this area. And so here's what we're gonna go. We want to detail this a little bit more, so we're gonna do this and this, and we're gonna put 2 parking lots. And let's see if we have a unique building from this that we can place that's not too big. And I think that's too big. We're just gonna put this in here, and it's gonna be very close to the actual hospital. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete these, and I'm gonna plop down this hospital, the regular hospital that comes with the base game, not this one that actually looks really cool, but I think for our needs right now that's way too much. And so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna see if I can fit a parking garage here. I can't. So this is 8, so let me I think 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, that's too much. There you go. So what I want to do is I'm gonna plop down the parking lot here. I'm gonna put a little walkway here, another one here, and we can plop down some regular parking. And sure, let's just put another walkway here. And if you want to, we can put a couple of trees. And I think that's gonna work really well and really nice. And we can put some other unique buildings here. We might want to do the pyramid of safety, and this is gonna be, I think this is gonna be great here. And terrain difference aside, I think this is working really well. One thing that I just realized right now is that we do not have a direct access into the train station, so that's what we're gonna do right now. And this area is gonna be prime for either more residential or offices. I think that's gonna be great. So we are done with childcare, with elder care, which we will have to add another one on this side, but once we continue with the expansion of Primrose Park. In terms of traffic, we're doing well. This is going to be a busy intersection, and of course, because there's a lot of industry here, so we're fine. That shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, it's being busy because it's being used, not just because there's just traffic. And of course, we will have to upgrade these roads, maybe to the 4-lane roads. I think those are very interesting too. In terms of pollution, we don't have any drinking water pollution, thankfully, unlike at the beginning when we had that issue here. In terms of noise pollution, I think we're doing well, especially in this area that has some commercial buildings. Same thing here. We have enough fire safety plopped around. Of course, we are going to start to have to build the larger stations, for example, the fire station and this police station too, because I think that's going to be an issue that's going to be pretty soon. What we can do right now is to plop down a prison, and I think this could be the perfect place for a prison. There you go. So hopefully that's gonna help us with our crime. Now, in terms of transport, just really quick, going back to the traffic, just a reminder that you can have your city very well done, very clean, things working really nicely, especially when you're 15, 20,000 people in your with your population. However, once you start expanding and you start zoning for high density, you are going to start having more traffic issues, and that's when you need more roads to accommodate those issues. So don't think that it's going to be easy at 35 as it was easy when you were 15. Thankfully, our average flow is 90%. Again, as a reminder, we're playing this vanilla, and cars despawn, things work a lot different than if you were using a mod. But I think that it works very, very nicely accurate in a way, if you wanna say so, with the limitations that the game has. And if you give me just a moment, I think I can do some more exits in here, but not right now. I think we're fine for now. So yeah, don't just think that things are gonna be easy later down the game as they were when you started. It gets easy when it comes to money. Yes, you start making more money. However, things start to get a little bit more complicated, especially with traffic. With other things, you just keep on plopping, and you will have enough water, enough sewage, enough electricity. That's no issue. But when it comes to traffic, there's really not that much you can do except create more roads and create more exits to your expressway. So again, let's continue taking a look at our statistics. The outside connections, the most thing we import is mail, which is very, very interesting. We do some agricultural products, which again makes no sense because we have more than we need. We have a surplus. Same thing with ore products and oil products. and we are exporting a lot of agricultural products, mail, a little bit of ore, and some regular goods. And one of the things that we also kind of failed at in our last episode was with this area. We're still not making that much money. We are still, well, we actually are level 2, which means that we can plop down some more different stuff. And in this case, I'm gonna use this one. And maybe I'm gonna just plop them down here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, let's do just another one. And hopefully we start making a little bit more money. They need electricity, which they can have right now, and we're gonna need water. And so let's wait to see all the machinery that's gonna be in there. And well, not that many that much heavy equipment here. Of course, when we continue building, especially this one, which I think is fine. And of course, I made a mistake. This is the ones that don't have that much going on, but they still produce a really good amount of ore. So very, very soon we should start seeing this climb and climb and climb, especially as you can see right now. And so I think that besides this little issue that we do need to address sooner rather than later, we were able to make this expressway a little bit better, a little bit faster. So give me just a moment. Let me try to see if I can fix this. I am not gonna say that this is better or that much better, but it is getting worse. And so with that, I think I am gonna call this new traffic mess a new traffic mess that we should be able to fix on our next episode. I do think that by creating all those exit and entrance ramps at the entrance of the town helped a lot. I still think that the fact that we are in this heavy main road is the biggest issue that's going to continue. So I think we are going to have to try to have maybe 2 little roundabouts, and those roundabouts be connected in this avenue, and hopefully that can help with the traffic, or just one big roundabout. I think that can also be very, very helpful. And as such, I think this is going to be the end for this episode 10. We did accomplish a lot. We were able to make this a little bit better, which I think it is. Things are working nicer than they were before, but we created a problem in this avenue, and this avenue is very important because it's one of the main roads of this town, of this city, and as such we need to take care of it. But that's gonna be in our next episode, with maybe 2 roundabouts here or 1 big roundabout here to make sure that things run a little bit smoother. As always, I would like to thank you for watching and liking this video and leaving your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, thanks.